What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to me life. Welcome back, people. I'm so sorry it's been time since I've made a video. I was trying to figure things out, what I was doing at that time. From my last video, as from my last few videos, I've moved into a new place. Made some new friends. Won't get too much into it, but had some ups and downs, and now we're kind of back into play and kind of coming to a understanding. I was in a rough period at the time when I first moved in here because I was in a bad place before. My funding for EI and stuff was starting to run out. My clothing was starting to run out, my brand. It was getting colder. I've mentioned that before, so I wasn't on the street selling my stuff. So all these things started to happen. And then I started to do something that I've always dreaded, that I didn't think I'd go back to. But now I understand it now. I understand it more now than I did at the time. But I put the brand on hold. I released a bunch of music. And then I kind of not put that on hold. I still work on music and stuff, and I'm still working on my stuff. But then I ended up getting a full-time job. So in between there, I've just been trying to get back into that routine of working full-time and then learning how to balance to try to build my brand still and try to work with my music and try to live at the same time. So that's that from those moments. And if you're new to the channel, if you're new to the videos, then you're gonna have to go back to my other ones to understand, because I ain't gonna sit here and explain it just like I've explained it millions of times. But I will say this, that the whole point of my videos, and I've said this in my videos, that I like to show the journey. I like to show the process of life and what it can bring you to, and what can happen in life, and what can setbacks and situations that you go through, and that was the whole point of my journey and my channel from the beginning. So if you want to know more about that, then you're gonna have to go back to most of my other videos and go from there. But yeah, everything is good. It's New Year's Eve. Made it to another year. Well, not yet, because that's not until tomorrow. But it's good to be here. Sometimes you have to thank yourself for being alive, even in your roughest moments. Because we're all still going through some crazy times with, I'm not going to get into it with, the pandemic and that, and what's going on with that stuff. And, but yeah, I've just tried to, pick myself back up again and try to rethink of what I was actually doing, with my brand and stuff. And because my full aim from when I was an addict, when I was doing drugs and stuff, I was always hoping that I wanted to do certain things. I've always hoping that I wanted to do this and I wanted to do that, and I would always think about it and I always talk about it, but I wasn't really doing it. And I've always wanted to get me back, and that's what the brand was, Me Life, is get me back, get yourself back, be yourself. And that's what I've been doing since I moved out of that stupid situation I was in. Some of my videos explain it, but getting out of that situation and then getting back into the good routine again is I don't know, I'm just trying to say you're gonna have those setbacks. You're gonna have things are going to pull you back. You're gonna think that you're doing so good and everything's going great, and then and then everything's happening so fast, and all of a sudden, boom, you hit a fork in the road, and you're like, oh shit, oh my god, I didn't know this was gonna happen. So which way do I go? And do I go this way and then keep the situation bad, or do I go this way and try to make it better? I mean, and getting out of your comfort zone is key. Getting out of what you're used to doing, getting out of your comfort zone and trying different things is going to help you build what you want to do. And if you, like, I've sat back when I was an addict and I always thought about these things, and I kept wondering how and why and what if and what if and what if. And then when I got clean, like, I just wanted me back. I wanted those things back. And then I finally started to get back into that full routine again, and it just starts to like come to life. But you have to understand, when you're chasing those types of things, you're gonna have the setbacks, you're gonna have those what the fuck moments, you're gonna have like, what the fuck, I was doing so well, and all of a sudden this happened, and then that happened, and then this keeps happening to me, and that keeps happening to me. And you gotta try to get out of that mindset, because I know we can get caught up in ourselves, and we can get caught up in our heads, and be fumbled in our life, and be confused of what to do next, and why does this keep happening and stuff. You just got to keep going. You can't give up in those moments. You can't stop in those moments. You can have your setbacks, and you can have those, okay, let me step back for a minute. Like, you can have those, but do that when those things happen, and then you're like, okay, I'll step back for a minute. Like, you don't have to sit back for a year and keep pondering about it. Like, say, for example, like for these videos, I was like pondering about, when do I make a video? When do I turn on the camera? When do I do this? And like, even when do I release something? When do I make this? When do I create that? How do I do this? Well, I'm stuck doing 40 hours a week, so I have to balance that. Like, all these things will like happen, and I've been in my down, and then I was in my up, and then I was in my confusion part, my down again, because I'm still trying to like figure it out. And those things are going to happen, and you have to understand that, because if I have to at least try to understand it, because a lot of these people will go through this, and I'm not here to like, that's what my channel's about, or like what I want to be aiming for, to tell the journey, tell the story, and understand that these things happen to me all the time, and that's going to happen when you're trying to build something, or you're trying to do something that you love to do, or you're trying to do something that you really want to do. And those things are going to be like, it's going to set you back. And the only reason that's happening is because it's testing you, and it's pushing you to see if you really want what you want. And the more you sit back and ponder about it, the more you sit back and wonder what if, the more you do that, the more it's going to bother you that you're not doing it. And when you can talk about something that you're not doing, you can build up that happiness, because it will make you feel that you're doing it and make you feel that you're in the moment. But when you're not actually doing it, and then you see somebody else doing it, it's going to make you frustrated. And I've been in that moment too. Like, anything that I talk about that's trying to like motivate other people or inspire other people to tell my story, I've been through these things, and I still go through these types of things, trying to build what I want to do in life. One sec, I'm going to grab water. As you see, the different setup from what I've had before. I just didn't want to sit in my computer chair, because when I was living at the other place for 3 years, I just had my computer chair. And then when I moved here, I was doing it in the studio, and then my last videos you'll see me sitting on a couch. But then, not getting into it, but then that got reorganized, everything got moved up, and then blah 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 blah, whatever happened, I stopped making video, and then I took my mic out of there, and then here I are today making a video, sitting in this red chair that I borrowed from my friend / roommate. Excuse the garbage bag there, in my super kitty, one of them, in my bed. But I have this whole basement around here that I can go walk around and chill around, and cats can, so it's pretty cool. I just don't like be bottled up in this room. And the people I live with are my friends. They're not really like, they're roommates, because I live in the basement, but they're my friends. So that's that. But like, yeah, so for trying to build what you want to do, trying to build what you love to do, or trying to get out of like certain situations. Like, I was a fucking crack addict for the last 4 years, and for the first 6 years of the 10, I was coke addict, like hard, and crack. I was truly into it. And in those times, I was always thinking, about my music and my dreams, because I've been doing it for so long, and then I had that crazy setback, and it was bothering me so much that I just kept getting high because I was bothered that I wasn't doing it. So that can happen. You can be bothered that you're not doing it. Sorry that my thing keeps beeping. I don't know if you can hear it, but yeah, those things are gonna happen, and it's going to bother you even more that you're not doing it. And even if you take the smallest step, like the first week of my recovery, or the first like week of like doing like the new job and trying to like balance something that I never wanted to do or I never wanted to go back to, but I'm back here and then I have to do it. So those things are going to happen to help you build to, it's going to, I'm sorry, I'm kind of like getting lost. But my whole point of all of that is just, when I was like dreaming about these things when I was an addict, and I was like trying to like, and then even when I was trying to get clean, that's what I was trying to say. When I was trying to get clean, even the first like couple days or the first like few days, it was like, holy shit, it's only been a week, and it felt like 6 months. So like being a year and 6 months, it feels like 5 years. But like getting to the spot and then living how I'm living now, I've always wanted to live. And I don't flash out. I don't like, flashing my stuff or flash anything that I do. I just live the way I do, and just and try to be the best me, and try to be the best human for other people. And I've been through so much stupid trauma that I'm not going to sit here and be like I'm the victim, but I've been through so stupid fucking trauma. I've seen so much that it still like bothers in my head, and that I have my spurts in life, but that's still me trying to learn and get by, to understand myself so I can be that better person for other people. So I still have my fallbacks, and I still have my mistakes, and I still have these what the fuck moments. Like, we're going to have those moments as humans. We're going to have them, especially when you're trying to build them. And like I said, things are you're going to think that, okay, this is good, this is happening, that's going to happen, and all of a sudden one day, boom, it's gone. Or like something happens, and then those are like the what the fuck moments. You're like, what the fuck? Like, I was doing so well, and then like I know so many people that will, after those things happen, they will sit back and still ponder on it, and they'll just like give up on it, and then that can hurt you even more. But just saying, okay, that happened, so I can try to do this, or try to like figure out what I can do in this situation while I'm waiting for this, or while I'm trying to do something. Like, you just try to figure out something else when that bad happens. And it's happened to me, especially in the past few months, especially in the past year, and especially in the past year and 6 months, almost 6 months, for being in recovery. But these things are gonna happen, and I've been in my up and getting back to who I am, and not trying to brag or being flashy about anything that I try to do. I just be me and just do you. Like, that's just it. Sorry if I've like gone off and like ponder, or like went off with different sentences and things. I hope you understood. I hope y'all are understanding what I'm saying. And welcome back to the journey, and welcome back to me life, and welcome back to the videos. Oh, by the way, I got a new tattoo. This one was like the worst out of all. It hurt. But I can't wait to get the other side down. But they're lightning bolts. I don't know if you can see it, but it goes from the ear. There's clouds up here, and then it goes lightning bolts all the way down. So like, that's another thing too that I'm like proud of. And I don't like flash. I'm just saying, because it's there. Obviously you can see it. Probably like, oh, what the fuck's that? But like, for some people that have like a bunch of shoes, or like a bunch of clothes, or like this and that, they like flash that shit all the time. They're like, oh, look at this. Like, I have that stuff. I have a bunch of shoes, but I don't sit there and flash it on like social media, or like talk about those certain things. The only thing I like talking about is like more and flash about is like my journey and stuff, because I know that other people are going through it, and I would love to inspire other people. And some point in my life, and sometimes it seems like I be a selfish person, but I can't really do as much as I'm doing right now until I build more, right? So I can't really give as much back as I want to, or do as much as I want to actually do. I can't do that right now. So it looks like that I'm just living this life that I'm like selfish, or I'm just like trying to make it look good. But like, no, that's obviously not the case. You just gotta watch. You can't, like, I'm not gonna speak about it or explain myself to the full. You just have to watch, and that's what I want to get at, and that's what I'm trying to do. And I wouldn't release these videos, or I wouldn't release any of my music or do any of that stuff if obviously we want attention, because we need the attention to get the followers, to get the voice to be heard, right? So obviously we need attention. So me pushing out this stuff is just getting the platform built so I can build the foundation and then build it up, right? Like, I have to start somewhere. So it's gonna look like sometimes just like flashy person always living the best life, or is living no, not even fucking close. Yeah, I don't want to like go too far much longer into this. I hope you can hear me, because it's a different setup, and I had to set up my mic different, and I had to try out my mic 3 times before I even turned on the video. So hopefully you can hear me properly, and hopefully that you can see me properly, and I appreciate y'all listening. It's going on like almost 16 minutes. So if you made it this far into the video, thank you. I'm sorry that I haven't made a video. For the new people, welcome. And if you want to check out the other ones to see what I'm doing in the journey and where I'm at, where I was and where I'm at now, go check them out. It'd be much appreciated. If you like this channel and you support me, please subscribe to this channel. Share my videos. It'd be much appreciated. Again, if you made it this far into the video, thank you. I appreciate you. And yeah, Happy New Year's Eve. And keep being you, and try to keep that head up, and keep reaching out as much as you can to talk to people if you need to. So yeah, much love to everybody. I gotta do the ending, and I still didn't figure this part out. Much love to everybody. Keep that head up. Keep smiling. Peace out. Shh.